Hi, welcome to Tackle Tarts. We're at the Royal George, like I promised last time. There's still a tiny bit of ice on, not much though, just covering the deeper water. But I've still got one rod in about 6 foot and one rod in 4 foot. Not seeing any fish yet, but very hopeful of catching some. Yeah, it looks really good. It's not so cold today. I've managed to just get on with my hoodie on rather than my jacket and everything. But yeah, it's looking really good. So I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the swim as well, just while I'm at it. Right. Down there in this corner is where I caught a fish, a carp once. My biggest one for me was 15-10 from this corner, but I casted from over on that far banking, which is a swim called the Flats. So I had some pictures on in the Impossible Lake video if you want to check that out, to have a look at all the names of the swims and things. You'll know that this one's either the corner or half a tree. Like, that tree there used to be half of a tree, it's now a full one, so it's really lost its name. This swim was the one where I caught my first carp from here from. And yeah, it's a really good swim. I like it because this corner down here is 4 foot deep, really quite close in, and no weed whatsoever. So it's a really nice place. I've baited up there quite a lot, but that fish that I caught was just on a single. Then as you go pan round over there, you see the house. The other rod is on what we call the point, which the guy that lives there is the garden. It points out slightly, and just there we've had quite a lot of fish from. So I've got one over there, and there's the rest of the main body of the lake. Down towards the island and the bricks down there, and there's the metal gate down there where I caught that 12-pound mirror. Matchman's is up the bank in there and turn around the corner. There's someone already in there, yeah, it's looking really good. It's flat calm at the moment, but there is when the wind does pick up, it blows right into this corner, so it could be into some luck. And hopefully, since it's about 5.5–6 degrees, that ice has already started to recede, and hopefully it'll be gone by sort of maybe in about the next hour maybe. But yeah, and also something changed on my setup, just thought I'd show you. Delcuma brought out the new snag ears, and I got them on Friday, and they're really good. I really like them. They look really smart, and will definitely save you some tackle when you're fishing locked up. But yeah, I have fished locked up on here before, and I probably will do again, but I'll just make sure I check my tackle, because last time I did that, I was fishing over there, and I lost a fish, and I think it was the big common. It snapped me. That was probably through fishing locked up when I didn't really need to be. But yeah, so we'll hopefully see when James gets here. I'll give you a look at the rigs. The left hand rod's on what we've been using at Tanner's, but the right hand rod's on a choddy. So I'll just have a quick look at that. There's a guide on my channel on how to tie that as well. But yeah, I'll see you later. Right, I've changed rigs on my left hand rod. I'm just going to chuck it out. It's a multi-rig, which is like the easiest rig to tie in the world if you want to tie a pop-up rig. It's literally just 2 loops in either end of a coated braid. One loop here attached to my quick link, which is there, and the other loop is around the hook. It goes through the eye, and then around the hook, and then a ring sits on that, and then you tie pop up onto the ring. Very similar to the chod rig, and then you add your counterbalance here. These pop-ups are really buoyant. It's a Nash Scopex Squid airball pop-up, and to sink that I've got a BB shot and a tiny bit of putty as well over the knot, and that sinks it really slowly. Hook link's about 10 inches long, so yeah, I'll just cast that out and hopefully we'll bag one. James is going to be here any minute now, so I'll chuck this out and yeah, we'll see. Right, I'm just going to talk you through the chod rig, what's on my right hand rod. Start off, I've got 2 ounce gripper lead, just big enough to get to where I want to cast. You don't want to use heavy leads when you're chod rig fishing because of the fact that the hook link's so short right next to the lead and it knocks the hook out. That's got a helicopter sleeve on it, quick link underneath. Just means you can take your leads off when you're packing away and keep the rig set up. So you can cast out really quickly on your next session. Got the chod rig link there, size 11 ring swivel, corner mouth trap and £25, a size 6 choddy hook, and a Super K pop-up tied on with bait floss, really buoyant. Then it's got ESP choddy colour lead core, and up here we've got a bead. You won't be able to see it from back there, but it's a bead. It's about 3 foot away from the lead. It's just that the water's around 4 foot deep. You don't want to be chucking the chod rig out into like the weed. It's really for weed round here. I use it for, and if you've got it deeper than the weed, it should sit up fine on pretty much anything. But saying that, I've never really caught anything over anything weed more than about 6 inches off the bottom. So, but yeah, it's really devastating. I mean, when I wound that in, I had a tiny little tuft of weed on my hook, so I know that would have been presented absolutely perfectly. And I'll show you what it looks like on the bottom now. Right, I've got this in the water now. It's not exactly how it would fish because the water's not deep enough for the pop-up to ride up the lead core. But if you're just looking there, you can see that the pop-up's sitting up off the deck, away from everything else, on the bottom, perfectly presentable. And the fish will just come up and nail it, and because it's curved, it'll go straight into the bottom lip. And usually you have a great hook to landed ratio on a choddy. I've never lost a fish on one, except the time when I had one snap on me down here, but that's the only thing that's happened. Never had a hook pull, so should we bang on? Right, I'm just about to chuck this out to the point where we've had quite a few fish from. It's probably about an 80-yard chuck, which is just about achievable with a 2 ounce lead and 15-pound line and everything. So yeah, we'll give it a go. Hopefully the guy that lives in that house won't be too displeased. Right, hopefully we should be bagging some very soon. Right, I just thought I'd talk you through some of the fish what I've caught from here and where I had them from. My first one was from this swim. That was August, no it wasn't, it was September. Just after we'd gone back to school. It was like the weekend after we'd gone back to school. And I had one from this swim, 14-pound fully scaled. You want to see the picture of that fish, it's on the Impossible 8 video, as with all the fish that I'm going to talk about now. My second fish was a fish called the Long Run Common, which we got from over on the other side, from the brick swim. All these swims and fish are all in that video, so no trouble. But yeah, that fish was a bit of a surprise. We were over on I was over there talking to Matt, and his rod went off, and unfortunately he lost it. And my rods were out of the water at that point, and I walked back round and chucked them in for the last hour. And then they were in for about 40 minutes, and I was packing away the first one after I'd chucked it in, and it screamed off. And I had the Long Run Common at 14-pound odd, and yeah, that was a really nice fish. It's a bit of a funny colour. It's got like a really sort of pale back, but then its belly's got really nice golden scales on it. But yeah, it's a really nice fish. My next fish came from over on the opposite bank, but I was actually casting into the corner behind me, and that was my biggest one I've had out of it. It was 15-pound 10 mirror. That was really nice. I had that right at the last knockings at 8:30, just as it was getting dark. I'd actually told my dad to say, "Oh, come at 8:30 so that you don't get interrupted if I get a fish at 7:30, like what usually happens." And it turned up I had one at 8:30, so he had to wait, but he wasn't very happy. I was, he wasn't. But yeah, and then over on the other side near the island, I had the smallest one that we've had, but arguably between that and the fully scaled I had from here, the two best looking fish that I've had out of here, that was a really nice one, really dark, big scales and a massive scar on one side. Really nice looking fish. That was £12 from casting from the island to the gate in really shallow water. Incidentally, that's the only fish that I've caught using boilies with freebies around my chod rigs. It's the only time it's ever worked. I have had runs off them occasionally, but I lost them all. And then the last one I had was from Matchman Swim, which is around the corner. And yeah, from there I was casting down into the middle of the lake, and that's the only fish we've had before evening time. Really, that was at 11:30 in the morning. And I was reading a chapter in Carp World about repeat captures, and I go and catch a fish that I've already caught, a repeat capture, so quite weird. But oh yeah, they're all welcome. And I've had several perch up to £2 on, pike up to 10. We were going to have a crack at pike fishing today, but thought I'd give it a miss and maybe try it next time. But yeah, we're doing. Could do with catching a fish, really, couldn't we? I mean, I'd love to catch one out of here at this time of year. I bet they'll look even more stunning than they do in summer. But hopefully we'll be able to get one on camera for you, and maybe even get two. How about that double take?
Dream.
Yeah. No, I had a double take last episode, but I lost them both. So maybe it's second time lucky, maybe it's third time lucky. We'll have to see.